Let the bot battle begin. Two very powerful horizontal spinners colliding, and they haven't really been colliding right now. And there's a little pop. Apex stumbles a bit, but is able to regain his balance. A good sign. Apex has immediately flipped itself over, yet a much better performance than his first fight last season. But now it's just exploded. I spoke too soon. Apex just detonates randomly, and Eye of the Storm picks up win number 1. Well, this was a pretty uneventful fight to begin. And Eye of the Storm landed a couple of very minor hits. But Apex, after that, eventually decided, screw this, I would just blow up. Let the bot battle begin. Crypt has been heavily redesigned since last season. Deadlift not all, and Crypt is landing the good shots again, but now Deadlift's starting to take control, and now is complete control of Crypt. That is a heavy bot, difficult to balance like that, and nearly Deadlift throws Crypt into the pit. A dominant move there, what a move. And now Crypt is back up, right up, but now the blade has been ripped off. What a shot by Deadlift, and they're going on the attack. Crypt in awkward shape to lift and a very heavy design, but Deadlift is going right on the offensive. They have no fear of Crypt now. Crypt is a stick on wheels. Deadlift finally performing the way I hoped it would. And now they put Crypt into the screws. Who's now Crypt seems to be unable to get out of there. Now Deadlift just with complete control. Crypt one wheels over the pit. Deadlift trying to capitalize, put Crypt completely in there, and he's done it as much as he can. This fight is over. Knockout. At the start of this fight, Crypt had the advantage and was delivering some good shots to Deadlift. However, Deadlift started to take control right from here, able to get a suplex on Crypt, and after that was able to break Crypt's entire bar off, something I have never seen before. Deadlift dominated the fight after that, putting Crypt into the screw several times, and eventually lifting them over that pit wall and getting the first win by pitting of the entire season. Let the bot battle begin. Two rookies colliding, and Riptide already getting underneath Retrograde. He's popping him up a little bit there, and now flipping him over. A great shot there by Riptide going in, and now just completely removing the undercutter in the back. Oh, and there goes the other fork of Retrograde. Riptide completely dominating here, and it doesn't even seem like he's trying. Retrograde now in the corner and out of the arena. Riptide just completely dominated that fight, ripping off the fork before the beginning, flipping Retrograde over, just decapitating that disc, and it just seemed to do it with so little effort. That drum is just so powerful. He just slowly drive into Retrograde, and it just still just hurt him, and eventually Riptide threw his fellow rookie out of the arena. Let the bot battle begin. Two more rookies collide. Malice lands the first big shot. Emerald sent spinning into the corner. And Malice seems to be having trouble with its weapon, which isn't surprising. Malice is not the most reliable bot, but is surviving these attacks, and so is Emerald. I'm honestly, I don't know how these bots are surviving as long as I'm being completely honest. Now Emerald pushes Malice into the screws. And there's another shot. Emerald and Malice, on paper they look solid, but they should not be doing this well. How are you doing this well? Well, Emerald slams Malice into the wall again. And there's another solid shot. This is actually a bad fight somehow. And now did Malice just get underneath Emerald? I'm not sure what happened there, but Emerald flipped Malice using screws, but Malice does not care. Is the first truly invertible bot here. Flipping it one way or the other, it does not matter. And now, Emerald getting Malice up against that pit wall. We saw from forgetting here. Deadlift or Crypt in there or earlier this episode, but it seems like there's been some damage to the armor of Malice. A few of those plates have fallen off. Both spinners still going strong, and Emerald continuing to ram Malice, and there goes another piece of Malice's armor. Emerald continuing to win the control game here, but Malice not giving up easily. That's actually a pretty decent fight. Not at all what I expected from these two bots. Emerald got to bounce a little bit. Now pushing Malice back onto the screws, flipping them over. Part of the plates are silicon. I'm not sure which places are at the top or the bottom. I don't remember. The problem is well, I don't know. Emerald and Malice continuing to go at it. Both bots probably taking some. Oh, jeez, Malice has flipped itself over there. I don't know how it did that. Now Emerald going at Malice, and Emerald slams into the wall, and Malice is broken apart. Are you kidding me? That is going to be a knockout, as Emerald, who's about to break in half himself, is going to get his first ever win, and it is by knockout. This was a fairly close fight between Malice and Emerald. Both bots kept hitting each other with their spinners, getting with decent weapon level collisions, but Emerald was winning in the control category and just pushing Malice around whenever it could. Eventually, I was just doing some damage to the armor. Both bots' frames were weakening a lot during that fight. Emerald was about to split in half, but in the end, it was Malice who broke apart. Let the main events begin. The matchups were determined by the preseason power rankings, and these two bots got matched up. Yeah, that's just the way it went. Lunar New Year versus Swampfang. The wedge has already come off of Swampfang. It's pretty much defenseless. But so far it's holding up well, but I don't think that head is going to last much longer on the control bot. That was just a terrible draw for them here against Lunar New Year, one of last season's number 5 overall seed, who's also out of their vengeance after their surprising early exit in the round of 16 with a knockout loss to Uppercut. And now Lunar New Year just boxing Swampfang in, just continuing to back more fashion over. There was a 180 flip there. Lunar New Year delivers another shot to the head of Swampfang. Somehow that thing is still attached. I don't know how, but Swampfang is still recognizable. Even though Lunar New Year has been heavily upgraded for this season, Swampfang seems to be tanking these hits pretty well. This is just not. Oh, this is ugly. Now Lunar New Year trying to put Swampfang through, and he is out. Absolutely terribly unlucky matchup for Swampfang here. One of the few Wasays did not stand a chance against Lunar New Year. Just beat them around the box for the entirety of that fight. Swampfang could not do anything to them whatsoever. The number 5 seeds as the Vons had path to win, and then they threw Swampfang over the screws and out of the arena.